Hello, and this is a compilation of footage recorded for my thesis, a agent-based model of combat morale. This is a very simplified model, splitting morale into the concepts of self-efficacy, group efficacy, and mission perception. Self-efficacy is the individual confidence of the individual. Group efficacy is how well a group works together, as well as the confidence of the group, and mission perception is how the individual perceives the difficulty of an individual mission. Each of these are used to change the attack speed, movement speed, and accuracy of the individuals. In these simulations, the red team's goal is to hunt down the blue team, while the blue team's goal is to go to the black point in the top left corner of the screen. In this first example is a 5 versus 5 scenario, and you find that the red team is able to get the first shots off and improve their morale, improving their stats, and able to wipe out the blue team. When there's no morale in play, the simulations are a little bit longer, since neither team is able to have the bonus speed boost from being able to coordinate in group efficacy. But what happens in this scenario is that the red team is able to find a few members of the blue team, but they're unable to speed up and hunt down the remaining members of the blue team, so the blue team is able to reach their objective just fine. In this second scenario, it is a 5 versus 3 match instead of a 5 versus 5 match. The red team is still trying to hunt down the blue team, but the blue team is significantly outnumbered, so their mission perception starts out at a negative to indicate that they think the mission is going to be harder. What happens in this scenario is that the blue team has more opportunities and more targets to fire off at the red team, so they are able to improve their morale much faster than the red team. However, when there's no morale, what tends to happen is that the red team hunts down and finds the blue team and is able to surround them and prevent them from reaching their destination. In this third and final scenario, it's 5 versus 5 again, but the blue team is unable to fire upon the red team. Because of this, they don't waste any turns trying to fire on the red team and they can only move, but the red team is still able to use the speed advantage from their group efficacy and their mission perception in order to quickly surround and eliminate the blue team. However, when there's no morale, the red team doesn't have any of these advantages that come from being able to fire on the blue team, so the blue team has a speed advantage since no turns are wasted trying to fire on the red team. This results in the red team taking out a few members of the blue team, but the majority of the blue team is able to make it to the exit and complete their mission.